Okay, I'm back. So, why am I in Oregon? Why am I in Oregon? There are multiple reasons. The first reason would be that he lived in Washington State for over a decade. While he was in that state, he found out about the Forrest Fenn treasure. He got Tucker, and he talks about religiously going into the eastern Washington mountains or hills or forest or whatever to go with on walks to explore with Tucker. He also mentioned that he is obviously a big treasure hunt fan, big Goonies fan. I've heard him say in interviews before. Astoria is not very far from where he lived in Washington, so I find it very hard to believe that he wouldn't have made a trip to Astoria to see where the Goonies was set. It's also where the Oregon Trail ends. He has Native American heritage that may have been fake, but he embraced it for a year. I also found out that he had a job in North American artifacts. So honestly, if you are involved in North American folklore or artifacts or anything like that, you mentioned the Oregon Trail, like you live in Washington State, there is just no freaking way you are not spending time in Oregon. You're not going to Multnomah Falls, you're not going to Crater Lake, you're not spending a lot of time. A lot of people compare the Oregon wilderness in certain areas to the Montana wilderness, except probably a little less extreme. Oregon, in the area that I'm going to, I don't know of anywhere in Oregon, but the area that I'm going doesn't have grizzly bears, which I think is important because Tucker hated grizzly bears. We're not done, don't worry. The Conquistadors, or whatever, that chapter of the book, he has a picture of him and his brothers on the Oregon coast, and then the story itself is about hunting treasure in another state. It's the first time that I could see where he put a picture from another place that didn't go along with where he was for that story. He also said in the caption of that was one of his most treasured moments. Like, that's just too obvious, but I mean, I think in this case, I mean, he has to give some breadcrumbs that you got to go to Oregon because everyone's going to be on the most obvious places. And then here's my clincher. Oh, two other things. One other thing, and then my clincher. Other people know about this at this point, but every state on his provided map has the capital listed. Salem not only isn't listed on Oregon, but it's not marked at all. Maybe that's an oversight, maybe that's a mistake, but if he hit the treasure in Oregon and he forgot to mark the capital correctly, like, I don't think that's a mistake. I just don't. I know he acknowledged the mistake, but I still think that it's a mistake that he has not, or that he did intentionally. And now here is the last thing, and this one is what caused me to book the plane ticket. Maybe not, but it felt like it was. It felt like it was kind of a checkpoint, so to speak. But he talks about his personal Narnia in the 80s and 90s being Gracie's Antiques, I think it is. And he pretty much said that his treasure in that was a 19th century handmade map of the American West. This is complete, I forget that word, but it's 1:55 a.m. right now. I'm driving 3 hours to the location, so I'm probably a little spacey. Anyway, that map, 19th century, which means it's going to be in the 1800s. It's about the the exploration west. Oregon isn't going to be on the map. Like, it won't have been discovered yet. Oregon, California, it's true of California too. There might have been some other states, but like beyond the map's edge, the map that is treasured in his heart, Oregon is not on the map. So beyond the map's edge, it's his map. It's not the provided map. It's the map that he has, that he got, that was his treasure from the antique shop. So that's why I'm in Oregon, and that's where I'll stop for now, and I'll go to the next video.